You know, it's hard to believe we're back here again for the start of a new season. Excited to have another sold-out event. We're looking at 680 that are here today to get the chance to see our players. You know, this is the first look to get to see the 2015-2016 team. Our kids are excited about it because they enjoy getting dressed up, and for our fans to get a chance to see them not just in a basketball outfit. So really looking forward to having them walk across that stage because, you know, I'm interested to see what they're going to look like too, because I know they all clean up extremely well.
It's a different group too, and a lot of people excited to see this freshman class.
Yeah, you know, we are fortunate to return our two leading scorers that were both freshmen this past year, Maisha and Mariah, but we do add 5 very talented freshmen that are pushing our returning players, are going to have to come in and play. You know, we have 11, 12 players right now on roster. So those 5 freshmen are going to have to grow up real quick and be able to adjust to the college game.
Jeff, how's that process for them going right now, just kind of getting adjusted?
You know, it's going well. We're 6 days into practice. We've had the opportunity to do workouts, obviously, once school started up. And really, now that we're going up and down the floor, it's just trying to get them out of some old high school habits where, you know, you may have been the only player on your team, or there may have been one other player that could help you in high school. Where now you're looking at 4 other ones on the court at all times that can play. So, you know, learning to play without the basketball, learning to make the extra pass, things like that we've really been trying to emphasize and work on, and they're all doing a really good job.
How far along is Asia? Has she been able to practice yet?
You know, she has practiced. She's practiced all 6 days so far. I'd say she's probably about 55 or 60% back. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that once we start up here in a month from now, she'll be out there on the floor playing. But at the same time, it won't surprise me if she's not back 100% to how she was playing before she had to go up for her surgery. So, you know, she's doing well. She's working hard. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get her back to feeling good.
She's been kind of the most talked about freshman. Are there any other ones that have stood out really early on so far?
You know what? They've all actually been playing really well. You know, it's one of those where they all show glimpses at each time of looking extremely well. So as we continue to go, we'll see, you know, who's going to be playing well, what game, what time.
You've been so close in the last few years to the Final Four. Do you feel like this is the year you're going to break through and hoist that trophy and cut down on the nets?
Well, we'd sure like to, but you know, we have some room to grow. We have some young ones out here that are really going to have to, you know, continue to step up. I think I go back to Shoney's freshman year when we had Sharon Vales and Shantae Dyer, and we had a lot of new ones that by the end of the year weren't playing like freshmen, and that's why we were able to make that run to the Sweet 16. So we're going to need that same type of growth from this group as we had from that group 5 years ago. So there are a lot of expectations put on these freshmen, but at the same time they came in knowing that and are embracing that.
With such a young group, what about leadership and where's that come from so far?
Been really impressed with our returners, Maisha Hines-Allen, Mariah Moore, Courtney Walton have all done an unbelievable job of helping our freshmen, getting them to understand there's going to be difficult days. It's not always a great time out there. You know, you're going to struggle, and then it's a matter of trying to teach them how to get past those tough times and turn the corner and get things going well again for you.
You talk about the expectations. You love the expectations.
That's what it's all about. I mean, that's why you're out here recruiting. That's why you're out here putting a program together. You know, you go back, this is my 9th year here, and we go back nine years ago when we had our luncheon, from where it was then to where it is now, and the expectations. You know, 9 years ago, the players I can remember coming for my interview, and Angel McCutcheon, Patricia Barlow were like, hey, what can you do to get us past the second round? You know, they were trying to get to a Sweet 16. And now we're talking about Final Fours and winning championships. So I'm really proud of where this program has come. Very fortunate to have great staff that's worked to get it to where it is, and having great players that have bought in to let's do something different. Let's try to go someplace and build a program.
Speaking of recruiting, every time I see news about your program on social media, it's about recruiting? Is it where you want it to be yet? Or are you still?
We're pleased with where we are right now, but we aren't satisfied. You know, we're continuing to get out there and try to recruit as hard as we can. We're at the point right now where I think with our 2016 class, we feel very good about that. But you can't just be excited and not keep working. Now we're on to the 17 class, the 18 class. Our mindset now is, okay, let's try and get ahead. Let's see where we can get this program. And in order to have expectations, you have to have great players. It's what it all comes down to. You can coach as much as you want, but if you don't have players that can perform, it really doesn't matter, and we're all quite aware of that.
I heard that yesterday you told people buy a ticket. If you're not impressed, then email me. I'll give you your money back. Is that a serious offer?
Oh yeah, I've said that for the past 6-7 years. You know, I encourage people, come out one time. If you haven't seen this group of women play, come out one time and watch us. If you don't like it, send me an email, call me, whatever. I'll reimburse you. But I've yet to have anybody take me up on that, because the amount of people that come out one time for the first time, they're shocked. They're really surprised at the caliber of basketball that's being played, the talent, the athleticism, how hard they work. You know, we aren't dunking, we aren't throwing alley-oops, but we do play very, very good basketball. And we play teams that are very talented. So it's an enjoyable event for someone to come out and watch.